Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Breeze now. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Malcolm Jenkins on
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic, 3rd and long after that last sack. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. That's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints 1st down on the pickup of 13.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Brady and the Bucs now with a first and 10 right at the 30. So after the INT, it's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Don't worry about it.
Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 70 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Good for a Saints.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he stopped immediately there.
On the carry.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield. They spotted at the 49. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So right, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze going to throw. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age. But Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April. Had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games. And that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
When you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw is Breeze. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get them.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it helped scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on second down, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
At the 6-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second and goal from inside the 5. Kamara trying again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Breeze now to throw. And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. They missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Saints 20, Buccaneers 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Not much there, only a yard. Boy, you know, so many storylines here in this opener. Of course, you got Brady versus Breeze. You've got Jameis Winston, the Bucs' former quarterback, on the opposite sideline. And, oh, by the way, it's a division opponent, but all anyone's talking about, really, and rightly so, Tom Brady out there leading the Buccaneers.
I like how you were able to slide in the other storylines, even though you did acknowledge, and rightly so at the end.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's...
Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence?
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown.
Antonio Brown, 71 yards. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Buccaneers 21, Saints 20.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. Incomplete, right side to Cook. They get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made at the 30.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot.
Quick strip, the ball's out. It's picked up by the Buccaneers. And at the 18-yard line, great field position here in nicely to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Brady going to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Saints 20. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Oh, you know, that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Saints
Extra
20.
point up and good by Succop, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Ryan Succop set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get... this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter, punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing now is Brady. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You get off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead opens up now to 20.
Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's the backup Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Winston. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. That's Shaq Barrett, last year's sack leader, gets in there to register another one.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Oh, what a game for this offense and the 43-year-old QB Tom Brady. And, hey, if they get points here, they can finally surpass his age on the scoreboard. Now Leonard Fournette. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity. Usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Take it all the way down and just take the delay. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1 win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Lavonte David, the Bucs leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On the play, it's 3rd down and 6.
Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Jones, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Demario Davis. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. On third down, here's Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They run it again with Kamara. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Jordan Whitehead on the tackle. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire.